Good evening, everyone, or afternoon, whenever it is that you're listening to this. And welcome to the very first ever episode of Jay Saki Talks About Whatever. Hopefully, mostly movies. I've always wanted to do movie reviews. Never figured out a proper way to do it, and maybe now's the time. So, I hope you enjoy my very first ever episode. So I recently watched Disney's Treasure Island, 1950. Now this is an interesting one because it's Disney's very first ever completely live action movie. All right, before this, if Disney did something live action, they would have to intersplice cartoon segments into it, but this was, like Song of the South or So Dear to My Heart, that kind of thing. But yeah, this is their first ever live action only. And, well, I'll say this. It's fun watching older movies because a friend recently said to me, old movies are just so much cozier than new movies. And I thought about it. I'm like, oh, yeah, you're right. It's true. And it made it very easy for me to want to watch more older films. Old movies, cozy. New movies, whatever. Whatever. All right, so Disney's Treasure Island. Well, it wasn't good. All right, let's get that out of the way. It- Mostly, it was all just kind of bland. Uh, Very straightforward, like a stage play. Um, but it was also, if there's anything, I mean, it was fun to revisit. Okay, because I hadn't seen this film. I had vague memories of having watched this movie as a kid, but I can never remember like the end of it. I always remember starting it, getting really far into it, and then never. I can't remember. I could never remember how it ended. I could never remember them finding the treasure and then what gets resolved after that. That's complete blank in my mind. So it was definitely a treat to some degree to sit down and watch this in the darkness of my home. Uh, yeah, just overall very bland in execution, but surprisingly violent. Because Disney always had this reputation for being very, very G rated for the longest time. And anytime Disney went outside that G rating, people went, "Oh ho ho! Wow, Disney, getting a little edgy now, are we?" Uh, but this movie had a high body count and it looked painful every time someone died. It was like a lot of suffering. Somebody would get like run through with a sword, and be like, ah, and there'd be blood everywhere. I'd be like, holy cow, that's a lot of blood. Then like bam, someone gets shot with a pistol and they fall overboard. I'm like, you really feel the kills in this movie as the body count stacks up. And like there's a part also like Jim Hawkins, the titular character, is on the ship and there's a pirate running around trying to kill him, and he's like climbs up to the crow's nest and he pulls out his little like pistol, and the pirate gets up there and he's like, take one more step and I blow your brains out. And the guy says something, Jim, you don't have the guts to do it. And then he like pulls out like a boot knife and like throws it into Jim Hawkins' shoulder, and you're like, oh, ow, that looks like it hurts. And then Jim goes bam and shoots the guy in the face, and the guy's body falls out, boom, bounces off something and falls to the water. It's like I mean, when it comes to like violence, Disney was coming out hard in this one. I don't know, maybe back then it all looked very campy, but yeah. What was up with that stupid black spot thing? There's a thing in the beginning when, I don't know, I guess the guy is called Blind Pete. This isn't all renditions of Treasure Island. I'm assuming it's got to be in the book. The guy shows up and he gives the character Billy Bones the black spot on the piece of paper. And I remember it never fully registered with me that moment. Because I remember Billy Bones gets all upset and then Billy Bones like keels over dead from his alcoholism apparently. And I was like, "Oh, did the black spot curse him and make him die of his alcoholism? What's up with the guy showing up and giving him the black spot?" It's just, what was that? And so I put that out on Facebook, and I guess I was informed that's supposed to be like a death threat warning thing saying, "We're coming for you, Billy Bones." But what kind of a moron tells the person you're going to kill that you're going to kill him? Okay, get prepared, get your guns ready. Come kill us first. I don't get that. But apparently, nah. I never fully understood that, and I don't know. Maybe it's in the book. Maybe it's very theatrical. We want to scare you first, we want to torture you, make you feel pain. Um, I guess I'm from the college of the good, the bad, and the ugly, where the one guy says, "If you're gonna shoot a man, just shoot him. Don't talk about doing it." After he shoots the guy in the face who was clearly taking too long talking about killing him without actually doing it. So yeah, so in summary, I guess it was fun to revisit. Oh yeah, the Long John Silver actor really hamming it up, really overacting. He was annoying. He was just really annoying. Yeah, it was okay. But you know what? If you want a fun, cozy movie, if you want to really revisit this one and just get lost in having a 2001 Space Odyssey experience, then give it a watch. I say 2001 Space Odyssey experience because some of these old movies are just so in their own world that they take you out of the world, our world, just when you're watching them. You just watch them get hypnotized. Like, what am I watching? This older film from an older time, from eons ago. All right, that sums up my first episode. So take care and tell your friends, and who knows, maybe this will be a consistent thing. Maybe I'll do more. Peace out.